Secret number 7, the future-based course. We all know of Roger Bannister, who was the first recorded man to ever run a mile in under 4 minutes. Doctors and experts claimed that it was physically impossible for the human body to do that, and that if it attempted to do that, it would collapse. For generations, nobody could run a mile under 4 minutes. But the moment the record was broken, it was held for only 46 days before somebody else broke it, John Landy. And since then, it's been broken by over 1,400 runners. Our belief of what's not possible changes the moment we see somebody else do the seemingly impossible. Is it possible for an entrepreneur to do R1 million in one day? Is it possible to do good, viable business with friends and family members? Is it possible to build generational wealth? Is it possible to be the creator of your reality? To be rock solid in the face of adversity and thrive in all you do? It absolutely becomes possible the moment you see me or any other entrepreneur do something like that. This is why I share the wins, the losses, and the battles in my life, to inspire somebody else, to show somebody else that thinks something is not possible, that it is actually possible. This is why I push others to do the same. I try to inspire others to share their stories, share their wins and their battles, so that we can inspire other people. You are not bragging or seeking fame on social media. You are serving others by inspiring belief and tactics and information on how to solve real-world problems and live a meaningful life. Share your story, because there is value in it, an immense amount of value in it for someone else. Somewhere out there, there's a 18 or a 20-year-old version of you that wishes that somebody could give him some tips or advice, somebody that could see into the future. You were there at a stage, you were at that age, and there's meaningful lessons, valuable information that you can share with that person. You can inspire that person to change their angle, to adapt a different strategy, to get to a destination quicker. If somebody else gave you that information, if somebody else showed up for you and shared a story similar to yours, it would have helped you. And it almost feels a bit therapeutic, right? If you can help somebody else, almost feels like you can go back in time and help your younger self. Russell Brunson says our job for our clients is to cast a vision to our clients of what's possible, to bring people to higher ground, to move clients from where they are now to where they want to be. How would you do that if you don't take the time to figure out where your client really wants to be? Eric Hoffer, in his book The True Believer, says that fear of the future causes us to lean against and cling to the present, while faith in the future renders us receptive to change. When we fear the future and we cling to the present, then we cannot grow, we cannot move forward, and we cannot produce. When we decrease fear of the future and we increase hope and faith, then only can we start to move towards our better selves, our desires. Most humans have this problem. Most of your clients have this problem. There's more fear than faith. We must help them decrease the fear and increase the faith in order to take them from where they are to where they want to be, in order to be that guide for them. You got to help people get unstuck, get out of their own heads, get out of the prison of fear that's keeping them from moving forward towards their desires with one of your products or services. You do this by showing them a vision, a possible vision of the future of where they want to be. You got a campaign like you're a governor or a president running for office. Campaign to your dream clients, and in your campaign, you present a guide that can lead them to the results that they want. If you have a hardware store, a security company, a consulting firm, what is it that your dream client wants? I don't want to buy a drill. I don't need a drill. I need a hole in the wall. I want peace of mind that it's going to be the right size hole, right? That when I'm forking out money now, that it's going to cover all the future holes that I need. With regards to security, I don't want a bodyguard or cameras at my house. I want safety for my family. I want peace of mind. I want to know that they are safe, that they can't get hurt, that nobody can catch us off guard, that my kid's not going to drown in a pool because something didn't pick it up or somebody didn't see it. I want that peace of mind that there's too many safety measures for all of them to fail at once. Your campaign, your marketing should include a step-by-step guide of how you get me these results that I want, my desires. Show me how you are going to give me my desires. Russell Brunson talks about a pattern that he recognized or picked up with all the candidates that ran for president of the United States. The candidates who lost all ran a campaign that was centered around improvement of government, infrastructure, the economy, etc., etc. The candidates that won all ran a campaign centered around a new vision or a new opportunity, a desired future. And you can pick this up even if you look at their slogans. For example, Bush, a safer world. Change we can believe in, Obama. Make America great again, Reagan and Trump. The winners had future-based causes and the losers had present-based causes. The winners casted compelling visions of the future and the losers focused on improvements of the present. We will all much rather buy into a desired dream or vision of the future with a step-by-step guide on how to get there than buy into an improvement of the present. Russell talks about the importance of an identity shift. In order to achieve something that you haven't achieved before, you need to become something that you haven't been before. If you don't want to drink alcohol, then the shift has to take place in your identity. You're not a drinker that's abstaining from drinking. That means you want to have drinks, but you're fighting not to. You're just not a drinker. It's not part of your identity. You don't need to abstain from alcohol. There's no need to because you're just not a drinker. A non-smoker doesn't abstain from smoking because he's a non-smoker. He just doesn't smoke. He doesn't see himself as a smoker. And the moment you don't see yourself as a drinker and that shift happened in your identity, then you won't have the need to abstain from alcohol because the shift took place in your identity. It's just not who you are. Here's another example. If you grew up poor, chances are good that there's certain characteristics that form part of your identity that also forms part of other poor people's identity. How would your actions and habits change if your identity changed? You wouldn't pour 200 rands worth of petrol 8 times a month every now and then. If you were a wealthy person, you'd fill it up. You wouldn't strike up meaningless conversations with your broke family members and have a lacquer chit-chat on the cost of goods and services and moan about it with them if you were a wealthy person in your identity. If you were a wealthy person with a wealthy identity, you wouldn't sit around, wait and hope for an opportunity. You'd probably go and create one. You'd want to be busy with something. Or if you had money in the bank, right, and you knew you were capable of certain things financially, then you wouldn't sit and wait. You'd go and start a business. You wouldn't want to sit around and be bored. If you had an identity of wealth, you would respect your money, be its master, work skillfully and responsible with it, because that's what wealthy people do. Secret number 7, the Epiphany Bridge. Russell says if you want people to buy, you have to lead them to the answer, but you cannot give them the answer. The answer is, yes, this thing is going to work for me, I should buy it. You can't tell a person, hey, please buy my thing, because nobody wants to buy from somebody that does that. The moment you push me, I don't trust you. They have to come up with the idea, the conclusion, the epiphany themselves. Like I always say, find out what it is that a client wants and needs. And then only if you have an offer that can actually help them get what they want and need, then you show them how this offer can guide them towards those desires, the needs and the wants that they just gave you. You don't sell them, you let them buy. Let them put 1 and 1 together and see, oh, equals 2. So this thing, if I do it this way, damn, it's actually going to give me what I want. This is a good idea, I should buy this thing. You show them, you guide them, but you let them buy. Let them come to the conclusion themselves. An epiphany bridge is simply a story that takes the client through an emotional experience, the same emotional experience that gave you the excitement that you have about this offer. The same sequence of events and emotions that got you excited about this new opportunity. You share that story and they will experience the same journey with you. This is why it's so important to be the guinea pig for all of the solutions that you want to offer. For example, I wanted double-digit returns in my life. I wanted new, creative, unique ways for my money to work harder for me. I wanted know-how on business. I wanted support. I wanted a new culture, a network, all of which is built into 4am. It's what we all want as entrepreneurs because it gets lonely and it's difficult. The burden is heavy, but when there's many, the burden is not so heavy. I'm excited about this, and every day I share what it has done for me, how it has changed my life, so people can see the journey that I went on, that it's real, that they're not alone, and that it works. For example, yesterday I mentioned on one of our VIP groups my wealth structure, and that more and more people are asking me about it. How am I putting my trusts and my companies together? How am I ensuring that we are going to preserve generational wealth? I'm going to be able to protect my wealth and transfer that to my family, and they won't just get money, they will get the right infrastructure, the right knowledge, the right culture, the right set of rules to operate this machine or this family empire by, so that they don't it up. More and more people are asking me about it. They want to come and pay me a visit at the office, book consultations, get more info. It's an opportunity that I didn't even notice, to be honest. It's going to take me less time to set up the structure for people than it will take me to give advice on it the whole time. I don't need to sell anybody on it. By just being truthful about my experience, the desired results and solutions that it's given me, most people like me would also want the same. They will choose to buy it. I don't need to rub it off on them. Hence, like we are guided by God, struggles, epiphanies, victories, defeats, and aha moments, we should also guide others that are stuck now as we were stuck in the past. We are servants. Serve and guide others with a pure and good heart, pure intentions and a good heart, and you will prosper. If you try to sell, persuade, and manipulate purely for your own personal gain, then you will find death, nothingness, and darkness. God's universal laws have been around for a long, long time, and no smart ass is going to outsmart them and get away with it. In fact, I think it's stupid to try, because it's a lot easier to comply with these laws than it is to try and outsmart them. Be blessed.